We're gonna go out tonight. Let's go ahead and get ready. So, to get started on today's fun look, I have already taken my skincare, my eye cream, and of course my Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Base in shade number 1. They also make it shade number 2 for dark to medium skin tones or people who need a little bit more of a mid-tone base, basically, to make colors pop. So for today's particular look, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tavana palette. And this is a really fun palette filled with jewel tones and colors inspired by the hometown, India, all that fun stuff. So today's brow bone color is going to be Fresh, which is this gorgeous peachy color right here. And we're just going to be putting this on the arch of the brow bone. I don't like to take the colors completely up to the brow bone, and using the highlight shade to lay this color down first will kind of help me blend all the colors so I don't have to buff them down after I've done all the blendings. I'm going to be taking Bangle, which is sort of a shimmery color, so it's not what you would typically see as a crease contour color. This is a good color to take if you have a very deep socket already. You probably don't need much more definition than Bangle. It won't appear too shimmery once you apply it. It'll be pretty much like right on. It'll just provide that sort of mid-tone look. No socket, no dimension. You might want to start with this, but just know once again that it's easier to add than it is to take away, because this is a very dark matte color and it's easier to blend lighter colors into each other and then build up. You can always take brow powders for the crease as well. If you have like those little Anastasia eyeshadows that have like the little duos, and then one light, one dark as your crease color as well. So you have a light and a dark. So that could always be another option for you if your palettes are mainly shimmers and fun colors. That way you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of neutral palettes to complete your collection. But I like neutrals. I have a lot of them. And when I worked in skincare, I was only, for the most part, buying neutral colors just to sort of strengthen my not so colorful wardrobe up. Fresh, you can make a real statement with neutrals, so don't be afraid to play with them. Now, once you start getting into those dark colors, the brow bone might start to become erased. So I'm going to be taking my Sigma brushes, my precision brushes. This is the P82 and it's a little round buffer brush. It's kind of like a little quick concealer brush. Just know if you're taking color away, you might have to give some color back so it doesn't become muddy, and just know when to stop. And then I'm going to be taking blush, which is this shimmering peach color. I'll be placing this color in the center of the lid. And I just hit pan on it. I'm actually getting really good at hitting pan on my colors lately. I always hate when that happens when you hit pan and when you're like, it bit the frickin' dust and now I have to go buy a single. That's usually how I end up with singles. Other than that, I'm a total palette buyer. I'm going to be taking Noir now because we're going into a nighttime look. I know what you're thinking. You always do nighttime looks. Why the heck are you boldly stating that this one is? Because I'm going out at night. Wait, I always go out at night, but no, I'm going out at night, so. With dark color, just lightly blend that in. Have fun with it, but if you live in a warm climate like I do, it's not really necessary just because it doesn't really go with the atmosphere of anything. Upper lash line, I'm going to be taking the Becca Ultimate Cream Gel Liner in the shade Romanesque, which is a mid variation on matte black. It's a natural variation. Taking Madame Glam foundation in Ultra Beige. The lid kind of looks like that, kind of like an Ella Mosca bottle. And Ultra Beige is like a light pink based foundation. And then we're gonna go ahead and do any eye retouches if necessary. Like for instance, the winged eyeliner in the outer corner is just kind of like chopped off. And then I'm going to be taking a little bit of Coverall from Wet n Wild. This is the shade Light. And then the Plain Jane Beauty Angle Brush. I'm now going to be taking the Hourglass Diffused Light Powder. This is just a really fun, kind of like a shimmering champagne soft focus glow. And I just like to use it to clean up the face. And in the perfect lighting, this actually does look a little bit lighter. So if you don't see it in your house at home, don't worry about it. I'm going to be taking the highlighter shade, and this is actually going to go a little bit beneath the diffused light color. I kind of end up using diffused light kind of like banana powder for the most part, and then this is the highlighter. And banana powder is not a highlighter, it's more or less just to sort of be a fixer-upper for discoloration and to create sort of a fun HD glow. Taking Fawn. We're just gonna contour and just try to blur it a little bit. And then for the bronzer, I already started taking it, and it is Java. And we're just going to take it around the hairline. I'm gonna be taking the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Blush in Sweet Cheeks. This is a really fun color. Now it's time for some mascara. Let's make it fun. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is a travel size because I bought a few palettes and I got a few sample bags around Christmas. We all have different lash chemistries, so we're all gonna like different mascaras. Did my hair, it's got 2 French braids on both sides to kind of just help kind of organically tuck it behind the ear, if that makes any sense, just the woven hair itself. And then I very barely teased the crown of my hair just so it wouldn't lay flat against my head. So I think I tend to be a fan of fairly simple hair on me just because I tend to do so much with my makeup. And then for lips, I'm going to be taking the Inglot Soft Precision Lip Liner in the shade 67. Just lightly lining the lips. It doesn't need to be too heavy with a date night look. More or less, I just want matte lips without tingling effect lip plumpers. And I'm going to be taking Bite Beauty's Syrah. And I'm not quite sure why they chose a nude for the color Syrah. It's a really beautiful, deep berry wine color.